Hello, everybody. I found a Richie. Hey, everybody. I'm gonna do a response video. Maybe we can start a thread, but I kind of doubt it. Pretty green vinyl guy. Woohoo! This is brought to you by Grosh. He did a video back in maybe 3 to 4 weeks ago. Hi. My 10 favorite UK punk albums. And I thought, I'm going to do a response to that. Well, I had some record finds. I did my Record Store Day video last week, so I'm finally getting around to it. I did my go-to albums, which turned into a thread that a lot of people did. I wish this would become one. I'd like to see a lot of people do this, but it's not going to happen. Maybe if it was my 10 favorite Beatles albums, all the Russian bots would jump in, and there would be a lot of those. But anyways, top 10 UK punk albums. Now, I've seen these done before, where people flash the album on the screen, and any wanker can do that, These are albums that I actually own, so the list is limited in that way, and I'll kind of explain that in a minute. But before I show the top 10 albums, I'm going to show a couple of EPs that I think deserve mentioning. And the first one is English Dogs, Mad Punks and English Dogs. This is fantastic. Came out in 82 or something like that. But it's a very unique sound. It's a 100% punk. But it has songs like Psycho Killer, Free to Kill, Driven to Death, Left Me for Dead, Rest in Peace. It kind of heavy metal sounding titles, And I don't know, it's got a kind of dark undertone to it, but fantastic album. Another EP I wanted to show, because it's the only record I own by this band, is Disorder. Petition? I can never pronounce that. 8 tracks. Fantastic shit. I found out about these guys from that UKDK movie from 82. Fantastic. Noisy, just complete noise. It sounds like it's not going to come together, but it does. And the song Life is featured in that movie, and this is a great punk. Now, a band that I think a lot of people, depending if you're like a 70s, a lot of people, when they pick their top 10, it's going to be like The Jam, X-Ray Specs. I mean, I like The Jam. X-Ray Specs, I don't like at all. I think the singer's horrible. I think the sax is horrible. But people that go beyond the 70s, I think a lot of them would consider Discharge should probably be included in your top 10. Well, I don't really own any. I only own this EP by Discharge. Why? I don't own their album. I own probably 6 of their 7 inches. And I really haven't seen a good copy of Hear No Evil, See No Evil. So I haven't got it. Well, anyways, top 10. The suspense ends. Number 10 is the Stranglers' first album. Stranglers 4. This is fantastic, dude. I'm not going to say fantastic anymore. Side 1 of this is perfect. It's fantastic. Hanging Around. One of my favorite. Stranglers' first album. When did this come out? 77. Great shit. Number 9. The Cockney Rejects. Greatest Hits. Volume 2. Now, I've shown this album many times. You know, I was talking about those go-to album videos that people were making, and I heard several people, I'm not going to show any albums that I've already shown before. Well, then you're really not making a go-to albums, are you? You know, if one of those would have been your go-tos. I'm 100% honest in my videos. And if I show the same album every goddamn time I do a list, well, that's the way it is, you know. But yeah, this is fantastic. Starts off with War on the Terraces, In the Underworld, and then Oi, Oi, Oi. That always gets everybody going. Fantastic. Number 8, the Anti-Nowhere League. Man, I didn't have this until, I think it was maybe a year ago or so. We Are the League, or it could have been even earlier this year. This is great stuff, dude. Animal, We're the League. Can't Stand Rock and Roll. I Hate People. Just really good, wholesome stuff, you know. Just Animal's funny, dude. They got 2 punker looking guys and then 2 like rock misfits. The next one I'm showing before, number 7, is the 4 Skins. The good, the bad, and the 4 Skins. We got the good here. The Coppers are the bad. And then we got the 4 Skins. And got a lovely picture of the chaps. Side 1 is the studio side. Side 2 is the live side. Fantastic all the way through. Number 6. It's Joy Division. Unknown Pleasures. That's not punk, man. That's post-punk. Post-punk is a term that wankers use. It's punk. Great album. A lot of people say it's depressing. I don't know, man. I always found it quite enjoyable, you know. I dig it. Number 5 is a band I spoke about earlier. It's the English Dogs. Forward into Battle. They started dipping their toes heavily into metal on this one, but it's still a great album. And I just love that picture of the chaps. Really cool band. I mean, they're young right there. But yeah, this is great. The next one, number 4, Rudimentary Peni. This is Death Church. Now, I like this one too as well. The first 2 EPs, the EPs of RP. It's their first 2 EPs. Their first EP on side 1, their second EP. I guess it's not technically an album. I think it is, but for that reason, I'm going to show this one. Death Church. A band that is like no other. Number 3, we're getting down. The Clash debut. This is the US version. I had a UK version. I don't have it anymore. I want to get one. They are completely different. The UK version came out in 77. This came out in 79, I believe. Yeah, 79. How ridiculous. After their second album, actually. But I got to show this one. I have the UK one on CD. Now, see, that's the thing about... I have the US one on CD. I have the UK one on CD. A lot of the songs are the same. Come on, just put all the songs together and just... You know, why should I have to buy 2 CDs? Number 2, GBH, City Baby Attacked by Rats. I've shown this a number of times also, and the reason being, it's a great album by one of the best live bands ever. One of the best singers in punk. I did a video of best punk rock singers, and I think Colin came in like 3rd or 4th. And the number 1 punk rock album from the UK is Nevermind the Bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. Johnny Rotten, I picked him as the #1 punk rock singer of all time. A lot of people, well, he just snarls and sneers, but if you listen to his later stuff and Public Image, that guy can wail. But yeah, this is a great. And I just love this album. I play it to this day. In fact, I was playing it earlier this week in the car on the CD. It's fantastic. I love it. It doesn't sound as jarring now as it did when it first came out, but boy, when this came out, it was a shocker. Anyways, the #1 punk rock album of the UK. Take care, everybody. Cheers. Go watch Ohio State.